Chat.
Hello everybody, I'm Jackie Wilson, co-founder of Positively Empowered Kids. Ali and I, who I will introduce you to, are just having a little bit of a giggle because that's the kind of people we are. So it's organic and natural, that's what we're like. So we are obviously running lots of videos and interviews to introduce wonderful people to you. And today I'd love to talk to you with the wonderful Alison Knowles, who is an incredible person and full of life and laughter and wonderfulness. So Ali, please tell us a little bit about you and what brilliant stuff you're doing.
Well, now I'm a therapist and I'm a mum to this young man, Ollie. And back up a little bit. I can't read and write very well, so I need things simple. So when I decided that I wanted to be a therapist and change the world, because let's be honest, it needs changing.
Yeah.
It was all too growing up for me. And I thought, well, I can't be the only one. And I don't like people behind clipboards saying, what you need to do is this, this and this and fit in this box. Because I'm a big lump. There hasn't been a box built that can fit me in at the moment, especially with lockdown.
Oh, yes.
So I just took everything I could get, all the different therapies out there, because they're all brilliant. But none of them are perfect for everybody. So I just took the best out of everything I can find, and I still do that every day. And I just made it simple. And rather than me sit here and saying, okay, what you need to do and how are you feeling? Sorry. I say, okay, well, look, if I can learn this stuff, so can you. And I tell you what, rather than you needing to be in therapy forever and always needing fixing, how about I just show you how to do it? Better still, how about I show the kids how to do it? So we're not just saying, please learn these words, empathy, self-worth, resilience. How about I show you what it means? I show you how to use it. And I teach you that what you're feeling is just a part of you, not who you are, so you don't need all those labels. And it just went mad from there, really.
That's incredible, because I think for the most part, as a society and as a world, we kind of feel the need to be fixed, that we're broken, that there's something wrong with us. And actually, we're incredibly resourceful. We have such an untapped potential of what we're able to do. And obviously, my mission is in a way similar, that I really want to wake the next generation up, the parents, the educators, to really see what is possible within them, that they don't have to go and get fixed and get that somebody to tell you what to do. You just need somebody to guide you to figure it out for yourself. And that's what you're doing, which is wonderful. And I've got 2 of your wonderful books here. Alison last year was at our first Positive Empowered Kids Festival, and she was hiding Ollie dolls all around the whole place, doing crazy things and running around like a Mad Hatter, which was brilliant. Brought lots of energy and life.
Therapy needs to be fun, and then people won't hide from it. It's like calling it mental health. I have a real issue with that. It's emotional well-being. You're more likely to put your hand up and say, could do with a little bit of help here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've kind of took the mental bit off it because of the stigma. And with me, it's like mind health and physical health are 2 things that we need to work on, but we're not really taught how to. And what I'd love to know is, how do you do that with people? How do you actually help them to learn to do it for themselves?
I'm probably a bit older than you, but there was a time not that long ago where if you really, really hurt yourself, say you had a really bad back, you had to go to a doctor for him to write a prescription for you to have anything stronger than an aspirin.
Yeah.
And then somebody decided, well, hang on, I think that the public might be able to do this. I tell you what, we'll let them go to the chemist and we'll trust them with some stronger painkillers. That must have saved the NHS millions overnight, because we're not all queuing up. I'm doing the same thing with Ollie. I'm saying, here you go. This is how you do it. You can solve your own problems by recognizing it's so simple. You're not a label. We get lost and stuck in these labels and we become them. I see it with kids. If someone says you're this or that, they become it. But if you can, and this is what we've done with the Ollie model, we've made every emotion in you a part of you.
Yeah.
So that you just talk to that part, sort its problem out, hold it over here, separate it, sort its problem out and put it back. And then what we're doing is that is one hell of a powerful aspirin. But we're also teaching children and adults to overcome their own issues, that they don't need therapy.
Yeah.
And you just hit on something that really tugs at me as well, is we haven't been trained to think. It's almost been knocked out of us. If you look at what's happening in the schools, I have the greatest respect for teachers. They're doing the best they can. They're trying to be therapists, teachers.
Yeah.
But this is how you learn. And what needs to happen is we need to say to the children, well, what would you do in this situation?
Yeah.
How do you feel about this? What, how, and bring it out so that they're thinking for themselves. And then they won't get dragged into a mindset of, oh, we're all going to think this today. Hopefully it's something positive. At the moment, it's not. So off you go. Yeah.
I think it's just the flow of where we're going in the world. For me, the business world right now, you look at the top 10 skills needed, and emotional intelligence has jumped into the top 10. Creativity, innovation, all those sorts of things are wanted as top business skills. But like you say, when in education, we're not teaching children how to think. There's a wonderful organisation who also at the festival, Dina, I've interviewed Dina, and they're Think FC, Think for Children, and they have amazing thinking tools. And that's what we need to be doing with the coaching, that we, it's kind of asking those questions, like you say, the how, the what, the who, getting kids to open their minds, because they have incredible creativity and imagination to be able to think their way through things. And taking something like that and being able to see it, it's the actual awareness,
But I think
being able to connect with something but not seeing it, like you say, as them.
We need to change the environment. So if you look at anything that Ollie does, the web page and stuff, we look like we're just for kids. We've done that on purpose, including our books. It looks like it's for kids, but the idea is that kids want the book so that mummy and daddy will read it. And we want mum and dad to read it, because if I just work with a child in my therapy room and I teach them about their emotions and that it's a part of them, not who they are, and that they can pull it out and they can help it, but that isn't happening at home because mum and dad have never been shown how, then they won't use that emotional language.
Sure.
So everything we do is about working with the whole environment. And it's beautiful. In schools, in the beginning, we had teachers, parents, and poor kid in the middle, and never the twain, but we've got them all talking Ollie, and now they're all there for the same reasons, to support, because nobody's doing that. They're just saying, you're doing the best you can with what you've got, try this.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. So you have lots of resources, don't you, for schools, for parents. Tell us a little bit more about that, because again, as positive empowered kids, we want to let people know what's out there so that they can find the wonderful help and support that is going to make a difference in their lives and to grow their minds. So tell us more.
Okay, well, in the first instance, we've got a webpage that you can find us. I train Ollie therapists now. Or Ollie, we call ourselves coaches, because therapists fix, coaches help you be the best you can be. And if we start there, because I'm not looking for trained therapists to join us. I want mums and dads and bus drivers and hairdressers. That's Ollie Coach I've got as a hairdresser. She's amazing. Just people like you and me, because I can teach you how if you tell me why. So first off, we're always looking for Ollie Coaches. We're in schools, we work with foster and adoption, anywhere where there's children we work. And we can offer one-to-one therapy, working with one of us. We do group work with parents. We do a lovely program called Ollie Kids, actually. That is fun, right? We've just finished it in one of the schools local to me, and we took these 10 kids who, they were just ordinary kids, maybe a little bit on the edge, a little bit out there. And by the end of it, and they're all different ages as well, so they had to learn so much. By the end of this program, which was only 10 weeks at lunchtime, they all got a red shirt and a little certificate. And the lovely thing is, at playtimes and lunchtimes, they take turns each with their red shirts on, and the other kids come to them to help with emotional resilience. How cool is that?
Yeah.
But at the moment, everything's online, and I think that's kind of good, because it's allowing us to get to every school, because even though we have got quite a few Ollie Coaches now, you can never have enough. So I'm spending all my time delivering webinars and training to teachers and parents how to use the Ollie language, but also everybody blimmin' forgets that their parents, aunts, uncles, and they're back in an environment that's new and strange for them, and we expect them to be brilliant for our kids and just sort all this out that the government's lobbed at them. So there's also a lot about resilience in there that we're doing for them. And interestingly, for some really big blue chip companies who are like, well, okay, you know, normally we go for the very serious, but again, they completely get that the people that work for them are human, and Ollie's very, very human. We have things like online lesson plans for teachers, so that they can take the books and use them daily in the lesson plan, so the kids, honestly, we've got kids from reception that can pull a superpower out, make it bigger and smaller, and control their emotions. And then as you go all the way up, all the way through to university, we just change the language, but we don't change the model.
Yes.
But for me, the key thing is all the schools are doing the best they can. Okay, there's a funding issue, there's funds there, but what we need to do, and I'm not saying they have to use Ollie, I'd love them to, because there's a lot of good stuff out there. But I'll go in one school and they're doing some mindfulness or maybe some yoga, or it's all good. Anything's better than nothing. We need to give our kids these tools. But then they're getting mixed messages. So what we need to do is just all come together, share what we're doing. I don't know anything about yoga or mindfulness. I'd love someone to show me, because then we could bring that in with our language. Imagine that package.
Yes, absolutely. I'm a mindfulness teacher. There you go, Ali.
Right. Okay. You're on.
We'll talk about that. Yeah, no, that's wonderful. So how can people find the details, find out more about Ollie and all his superpowers?
Well, obviously we have Facebook page, which I'll have to send you links for, because I'm rubbish. It's also I'm rubbish is that my dyslexia means I'll get the letters around the wrong. And we're on most social media, but I guess the starting point is our webpage, which I can do because it's drilled into me. www. Now I'm thinking about it, I might mess it up. OllieSuperpowers.com. And there's loads of stuff on there about what we do, where we are, things that are available for kids, for parents, for people in different sectors, how to be an Ollie coach. There's some lovely courses on there. We just put one on there that I was delivering face to face. And then we did it over 2 days, and it was quite an intensive Ollie, why you think the way you think, what you feel, and all the way through to how you can educate your children with the Ollie model and help them with their anxiety, which is a biggie at the moment. So we put all that online, and it's called the Resilience course. I wanted to call it lockdown course, but I have grown-ups behind me. That's honestly, if you're struggling with anything, have a look at that. And particularly, and then I'll shut up, it's a really important thing. At the moment, everybody's blimmin' terrified. And the reason we're terrified, and this amuses me, right? A while ago, there's all this stuff over social media about poor old Boris doing it. Well, you can go out, but don't go out. But if you go out, don't go in, go out, go. Yeah? We all laugh, but we're all doing it because we don't know what we can do, can't do. We feel completely out of control. And what's happening is everybody's anxiety levels are going through the roof. Please, people, listen. This is me being serious for a minute, because I've just spent 6 weeks being quite poorly because I didn't listen to my body, and I got over anxious and I got stressed. When we get stressed, when something frightens us, we go into the fight or flight response. All weird things happen to your body. On that, your heart will speed up, okay? You will get breathless and you might sweat up. It's not COVID, okay? I'm just saying that because so many people are so damn terrified.
Yes, yeah.
If you can move away from whatever's frightening you, like axe murder, saber-toothed tiger, all those chemicals will flow away. If you can't, because it's emotional, like, have I got a job? Are the kids safe in school? Is it safe for me to go back to work? Should I have more than 3 people in my back garden? If you get all stressed and you can't release it because it's emotional, then those chemicals, and we don't need to get any more technical than that, that's the joy of Ollie, they're not going to do you any good, trust me. And what they'll do is they'll exhaust you, and that will affect your immune system. If you take nothing else away from this interview, and the rare time that I'm going to be serious, I'm very serious, you don't want a dodgy immune system at the moment, peeps. So please do something about your stress and anxiety. We've got courses online. I'd love you to look at them. I know you have, Jackie, so has everybody. And just find something, but take care of yourselves.
Yeah, that's really good advice. Even just like 1 minute of sitting there, breathing slowly, that deep breathing, it just kind of takes control of that fight and flight response. That is, incredible advice. We do need to keep doing that, and kind of even just shaking like a deer would after it's been chased by a deer. We can chased by a lion. We can get rid of that excess
We've put a load of techniques like that. So we pinched a few from new mindfulness pods because you're quite clever. And we put those on our resilience course.
Brilliant.
Lovely ones on there for kids that are really good fun. My favourite one's a balloon, right? And if you don't get the course, I'll just give you this one as free, right? Get 2 balloons. Kid has one, you have one. And what you do is you blow your trouble into the balloon. So that the balloon gets to about so big. Now, what you have to do is be the first one to empty your balloon, but you're not allowed to just let it go. Oh, no. And the kids aren't learning anything. And Ollie's all about empowerment. So the only way you can let any air out of your balloon is if you come up with a really good solution to whatever you put in that balloon. And if it's only a half-hearted solution, you're not letting any air out. No, that's cheating. And it's a lovely thing to do, parents, with your kids. Obviously, don't let them win, but encourage them. They're not letting the air out until they come up with a solution. What are you doing?
Getting them thinking. Thank you so much, Ali. It's been really insightful, and it's always great to talk to you.
Thank you for having me, and thank you so much for pulling so many brilliant therapies together. As we were saying beforehand, just because it's always been that way doesn't mean it has to. There are some wonderful new therapies coming through, like us and a load of others, that are making the difference. On our own, nobody notices us, but what you're doing and pulling us all together is allowing people to have choice. So thank you.
Yes. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks very much, Ali. Take care.
Stay safe.
Bye.